guys, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am beyond happy that you are here. So today we're actually doing something a lot of fun. I'm doing a collaboration with Monique, and this is about what you don't see coming this solar eclipse, right? So she's awesome at explaining like all astrological occurrences, and she just, oh my goodness, she's a wealth of wisdom. So check out her YouTube. She has so much information there, and this is just like how I usually say, take what resonates from mine, take what resonates from hers, and you have yourself an in-depth reading. And so the solar eclipse is happening, but one of those things that she explained to me so beautifully is that this solar eclipse energy is actually usually, like she says, like 2 or 3 months you feel the vibration shift, right, to dealing with this eclipse, and then it stays on again 2 to 3 months afterwards. So this is actually a pretty, like, you've already started to see like what you know, like things are shifting in your life right now. It might be a great influence with this. And so one of the things I'm sure she'll probably touch base on, like she'll touch this topic, is that the eclipse usually is, if I were to say, if it were to be a tarot card, it would be the tower moment, like a tower moments in our lives. And it brings about basically releasing things that we need to release that we've been stubbornly holding on to. So what we don't see coming, this is actually, like I said, very exciting. And so I like all of these. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you pile 1. This is going to be your card. It's going to be, I'm excited for this. I liked it a lot. This is going to be pile 2. This is going to be your card. So again, using your intuition. And if you're called to choose more than one pile, go for it. Just take what resonates from each one. And resilience. So we have that for pile 3. So exciting. Okay. And so, like I said, please remember to check out Monique's reading as well as mine. Like, once this is done, go check her out. I should probably link her YouTube somewhere here. So just click on it, and let's just go ahead and take a deep breath in. Close our eyes, clear our mind, and now as you exhale and open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. I'm actually just gonna keep rolling. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. All right, let's do this. So, hi group 1, I'm very excited that you are here. Let's see what amazing, like, what things don't you see coming this solar eclipse. So you're being asked, there's going to be action that's going to be coming, that's going to be flowing. I feel like you are like feeling like you need to take action. So it's almost like I feel an internal calling right now, where you really just are like, and there's a sense of blooming and blossoming. So it's very, very important to take that action, but it's not just random action. And so this is why I like that we have these two. And even here we have actually like the 14 and 15. And like when I do it, it's not like that at all. Like, what I'm saying is I don't actually have it in order. So the fact that we have this, it's almost like it's a reminder that before the action, you need to have the focus or the forethought to the action. That's what I'm kind of almost seeing here. So focusing on what it is that you want right now. And so and why this isn't so important is because you don't want to, especially because I feel like the energy is propelling you, like this eclipse is being propelling you to take action. And so you can just take random action, right? And then, you know, you're going to have a varied outcome. But why we have the focus one is because this, like, you have this momentum now. If you can actually focus, and here we actually have the butterfly, so it's just like focus your focus into like something transformative. There's a sense of what is it that you want, right? And then taking action to get that, right? So yes, you can just randomly take action, but I feel like the propelling, it's almost like this is trying to propel you to something even bigger than you even anticipated or even thought that was possible. And so this is like beautiful. And so I realized group one that I didn't say this, but this is a collaboration with Monique, and so she's amazing at explaining like everything astrological and tarot and everything. So please go check out her reading along with this after we watch this. Take what resonates from mine and take what resonates from her. But this is actually quite a beautiful energy that's kind of like taking you where you need to go. I look at that. And so this is my magical site oracle, and you can find this on Etsy. This I think is the Queen of the Moon oracle. All right, yeah, see, you are unlocking the door to your dreams, right? And there's a sense of honor. So like, where do you, and like even like honoring maybe your past, honoring your ancestors, there might be something, you're flying to something, you're moving towards something that I think really is, to me, your dreams. Like, and I don't just mean like, you know, like the ones you have at night, but actually your bigger goals, your bigger, the outcomes that you really want. This can help you propel you forward. But what I am seeing here is that focus, there's also a sense of honoring where you've been, honoring all those who have helped you to reach this place, and then move forward from this. The paradise, I think, is, it's an interesting thing, because I feel like maybe you have a very strong ideal sense of what it is, and maybe that's a possibility for you, but I almost feel like, don't get too stuck in dreaming about it. That's why the action is also there. It's like, don't just get stuck here, actually start moving to where you need to go, right? And I see that, to me, it's sort of like unexpected, because I don't think you're aware of like the shift that is happening, or like how, if you act now, like it actually has exponential power to help you move along to where you want to be. Really, I almost want to say to you, ride the wave. Ride the wave. Don't delay. Ride the wave, my friend. Okay, and you see, and there's like, wow, you're being offered like this is what I'm saying. You're being offered like some Ace of Cups, something that you've been wanting, the sense of fulfillment, but you're closing your eyes to it. And so that's why it's sort of like, don't, and it's almost like inactivity as well. You need to take action, right? There's a Chariot, there's movement that's being offered with this eclipse. That's something you don't expect, but there's major, and it's not a little movement, it's a big movement, a shift in where you are now and where you can be, even in just like a few months time. It's pretty big. You go from like a Page of Coins to a Queen of Coins, right? It may not seem like a lot, but that is quite a lot. To almost, I want to say, if it's about concerns about money, it's almost like, if you take the time out now to do whatever it is that you're thinking about, like maybe learning, taking some classes about something, that subject, or if it's maybe managing your time. Yeah, I don't know why those things are important, but those are just the ideas that I'm getting. If you are able to do that now, plant those seeds here now, and continuously take action, because the Chariot is like movement forward movement. You will like achieve a lot, like, and like I said, it's like 2 or 3 or however months, I forget, sorry, like 2 or 3 months that you have it. Like, it's basically there. What would take you like a year, maybe it'll take you like a few months. And so this is so good, right? This momentum is what I'm seeing here. There is a sense here, like I said, don't just become apathetic, almost like you're blocking things. And to me, it's almost like you're dreaming about this fantasy, right? Which is not a bad thing, but you have to take action as well. There's a lot of planning here with this Three of Wands, because this is just the beginning. And that's what I'm seeing here for you. It's like, you don't see it, but it's just the beginning. And so if you actually take that focused action, if you actually get this, you are going to, like, it's only the beginning of something great for you, right? To be headed to where you want to be. And that's what I'm seeing here for you. It's so cool. I really like it. I do want to maybe just see what else is coming. Like, what don't they, does the collective of group 1 not see coming this Moon eclipse. So be prepared, like umbrella. Annoying people, places, or things. That doesn't mean that you have to like you know what, like instead of avoiding them, just be prepared to like, if you're dealing with places, things, or things that are annoying, it's okay if you overcome them. Like if you just like deal with them and instead of avoiding them, oof, the things are going to be really good. So you have like realization, you will encounter minor obstacles. And so there's also a sense that like all these things that seem like they're really big, they're actually little minor things. They're not big things. There's nothing like that's going to stop you big time. So you have the foot in balance. So you will need to make a decision. Yeah. Do you take that? Do you take that action? Do you take that focused action, or do you just ignore this? Like, are you a Four of Cups or the Chariot? Right? You have to make that decision and finding balance here. And then there's contentment. This is what leads you to it. So all things are good: happiness, health, finances, and love. Right? So if you actually take that focused action, it's going to lead you to something, to contentment, to amazing like things that where you want to be, to that Ace of Cups, which is sort of like a beginning for you, because it really is. This to me is like a beginning of good things. But don't be don't let like basically don't fail ahead of time. Don't say, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to deal with this, and this, and so I'm just gonna like throw in the towel. No, use this momentum to really get you to where you want to be really quickly. Like seriously. Okay, now I'm gonna like see what we can like advice we have it. So anger can be an important aspect of transmutation, and it allows for rapid processing of energetic blockages. Step into your inner warrior inner warrior with love, compassion, and truth in order to restore peace. And so this might be where like this propelling forward is. You're feeling anger about something, right? And so instead of just wallowing in anger, right, transmute it, transform it, like let it help you get the focus action that you've been needing. So don't look at it anger as a bad thing in this case. Like staying in anger and letting it like pollute you, like in terms of like, oh my goodness, and it just keeps repeating. That's not what we want. I actually take it, transmute it. It's like, okay, whether it's like your anger about your own finances, and you're like, oh my goodness, like I could be doing more, or like right now I want more. Whatever it is that is. So we usually self-direct that anger, and we kind of like either beat ourselves up about it, or we think that other people are like, oh, we take out our anger towards them. No, it's neither of those. It's using that anger as almost like fire to spark you to take the action that you need to take to go to where you want to be. So if you want more finance, like if you want to be more financially stable, but you're feeling like, oh no, I keep on messing up, or like, oh, like I'm not getting the opportunities, then you got to make the opportunities. You gotta, and you gotta like allow yourself to do it. It's almost like even if you're just doing a little bit at a time, all that really adds up, because there's a strong momentum energy here for you. Okay, so with that, I'm actually leaving this. Please go check out Monique's reading. It's amazing. She's amazing. So she gives so much detail. I know you're gonna love her. So, and while you're there, say hi, and possibly like if like consider subscribing to her channel, and also consider subscribing to my channel as well. Thank you so much for like letting me do your reading. I feel very honored that I was able to do this. And just thanks. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Until I see you in the next one. Bye bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 2. All right, let's see what amazing things are happening. So this is in collaboration, just in case you didn't hear the beginning, this is in collaboration with Monique, and we are doing what you don't see coming this eclipse, the solar eclipse. So solar eclipse, Monique explained it to me so beautifully. So the energy, there's shifting energy. You're probably already seeing like things that are shifting in your life, and that could be that eclipse energy that's kind of moving energies around you. And so it's like 2 or 3 months before, and then 2 or 3 months afterwards that you're feeling this. It could be, I could be wrong, it could be actually 6 months, but top of my head, I actually think it's like 2 to 3 months. And so, but she will correct me. Like that's why I'm saying go check out Monique. She knows like astrology and tarot so well. She gives such good readings. So please go take, what resonates from mine, take what resonates from her, and build yourself an important reading here. So, boundaries. So when I look at this and then the realization, I think what you're realizing that you don't even know is that you are actually confining yourself. Yes, there could be that you're using boundaries as a way to protect yourself, but I actually when I really look at this, it's sort of like you're keeping yourself in this boundary bubble. It's like you're creating your own boundaries. And the realization that comes in this eclipse is that I actually want to say you have infinite possibilities. You do not need to be in this bubble. It reminds me a lot of the Two of Pentacles. I've actually come to really like that Two of Pentacles because outside, I feel like you have to kind of keep yourself enclosed because that's safer, right? And so the Two of Pentacles allows us to know, like, if we are at peace within ourselves, like if there's a peace inside, regardless of what's happening outside, we'll still maintain that peace. And so no longer do you have to keep yourself in a bubble, but you can actually experience the world, which is, I think, what you've been wanting to do. Which I know, like, I could say, like, oh, the boundaries that that's definitely, set up boundaries with people, but that's not what I'm seeing here for you. It's what I'm really seeing here for you is that you're longing for something and you're keeping yourself in a bubble, maybe because you're afraid of, oh, it's not safe. No, there is a safety here. Like, it almost feels like you're using that to limit yourself, right? It's almost, to me, it could be like failing ahead of time. You're like, okay, I'm like, it's scary out there, so we're not going to try something. Or like, oh, it is hard, so we're just not going to try something. Nope. This eclipse is not going to let you get away with that. You're going to realize that, hey, you know what? There's infinite possibilities. I'm going to step into the unknown, and that's what you're going to be doing. You're breaking free of this bubble, and you're stepping into the unknown. And I don't think you thought that was what's going to happen to you at all. You're like, no. But look at this. It's going to let a wish come true here. Look at this. I love this. And so this is my magical site. So we do have a wish fulfillment. If you can do this, right? If you can, which I feel like the energy is going to happen here. There's going to be a wish fulfillment. There's going to be, I feel like you're going to find, so you no longer have to be in this bubble by yourself. You're going to find friends or people who are there to support you. That's what I am seeing here. Then you're going to also allow this divine timing. It's almost like this was perfect. Like, this happened to happen now because, it needed, like, it was perfectly set for you for this to work out for you, for that wish fulfillment. There's external influences. So again, it really is. It's almost like somehow you're giving your power away to like, I think, external influences. You're not really deciding things on your own, but rather maybe you have preconceived notions, not like in like you don't even know that they are. It's almost like, in order for you to really, really understand something, you have to experience it, right? You can read a book about it, you can do something, and yes, you kind of get some information, but I feel like what this eclipse for you is that it's going to take you out of this bubble that you've been, and it's going to make you experience. And then you're going to actually see, is it true or is it not? It's almost like you're finally just like clearing any confusion or any like preconceived notions of what your limitations are and maybe what other people are like, because I do feel like you're going to get unexpected help, but it was all divinely timed. It was meant to be. And external influences, I feel like that's sort of what's been keeping you bottled up in all this. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay. Yeah, see? So I think what's been holding you back is this 5 of Cups. So maybe you made mistakes, maybe something happened where you maybe were hurt. And so you stayed in this energy, right? Whether you know it or not, you stayed in this energy and you were missing out on all these things. And then the eclipse happens and it's going to kick you out of this energy. It's almost like, I almost want to like smack it and be like, okay, instead we're going to be focusing on, hey, I'm like there's a sense of well-being here for you with this 9 of Pentacles. Like you're okay by yourself. There's a sense of abundance of like, hey, you know, like, because for me this is very confining and it's also very dark to me. It's very strange to me. Like it's almost like you have like this, you're missing out on the beauty of the world because you're in this bubble. You're missing out on and really experiencing life because you're in this bubble. And so in this bubble of regret possibly, or of like mistakes that you made or whatever it is, you're kind of like stuck in this energy. That's not going to happen. This is you're finally releasing it. And you see actually like there's like sunlight, there's light coming through here. You're good. We have the Page of Swords. It's almost like you are finally able to express yourself maybe a little bit. Maybe there's learning that, like, to me it does feel like you're learning by experiencing. You're learning things. And I feel like your brain, like your thoughts are much clearer because of this. There's also a sense of like finally reigniting this passion and things, creative nature that you've been wanting to experiment and try, but you've been holding yourself back from. You're like, nope, can't do it. No, what it is, it's coming. Like there is this like creative energy that's flowing to it. It's almost like a fire that's being like lit in your soul. And that's beautiful. And then we are understanding the sense of giving and receiving. And so it's very important, this relationship of in order to experience life, you have to give of yourself and then also be willing to receive, right? Not keeping yourself in this bubble anymore. I know I keep saying that, but I think it's you understanding. I finally feel like you are actually connecting to others in a greater sense of like there's a balance here for you. Before there was an imbalance. Maybe you gave up too much, or maybe you didn't give enough, you know, because you kept yourself so controlled. And so here you're finding the balance between those two. I'm not saying that you have to give everything, you know, but it's almost like giving and receiving. That's sort of the energy that you're coming through. Oof. I can't even. It's almost, to me, it's like it's like mind blown. If I were to do an emoji, that would be the emoji that I would have for you, because it's like the realization of, hey, I've been holding myself back, and there's this world that I haven't been able to discover. And I thought it was this world, like I thought it was all gray and dark and everything, but it really, instead you step out and you're like, wow, there's so much beauty to be seen. There's so much goodness to be seen. There's so much love and light and joy and well-being and playfulness. And so you discover this world that you haven't seen. And then it's almost like you're taking off your glasses, which have been murky. So all those things. Let's see what other things are happening for you this solar eclipse. What else is coming through here? So circle. So success and fulfillment. So karma. So what you put out is really what you receive, right? So what have you been putting out? And like if maybe you think you've been putting out all this energy, but if it's coming back, that is not what you want. Maybe you have to check that energy of what you've been doing, right? If you are having difficulties, you will overcome them. And it's, again, to me, it's sort of like how you perceive things. I know this sounds like a harsh thing, but it's sort of like, I think you are the one who has been putting yourself limitations on yourself. It's not an external thing. It's not the world. It's you who have been doing that. Perception, yes. You see, you will hear some good news and about a scandal. So perception, but it really is about how you perceive the world. It is really what glasses you've been wearing. But there's cool stuff because I think you're changing your perception. You're seeing what's possible out there. You have this, so many friends will visit gathering. So I really think that this isn't like the time for you where you're going to like meet a lot of friends. And so it's going to be kind of shocking to you as well, because you're like, oh wow, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you have this. So we have this rabbit, courage. So we have, there will be need for bravery, and so the bravery is to step outside of your comfort zone. It really is like stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of that bubble that you've created, and really, yeah. Once you step into your power, really is what it is. You're going to see, wow, like the things that await me are amazing. Like the unknown is just, oof, you're just going to be so excited about it. See what affirmations or what I can give you advice I can give you here. So pathway, the universe provides new paths as we are ready to embark upon them. Distill wisdom from past lessons in order to prompt new beginnings. And so this pathway, right, this new opportunity, you weren't able to see it before because you weren't ready. This is all about divine timing. You're ready now. With the help of this solar eclipse, it's going to propel you forward. So I hope you like this reading. Like I said, this is a collaboration with Monique. Please go check out her reading. Take what resonates from mine, take what resonates from her. Have yourself a very in-depth reading. And just thank you so much for like taking the time and like just to watch this and for sharing your energy here so I could read your cards. So it really does mean a lot to me. If you did like this, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. Please do consider subscribing. And if you can't do any of those, consider watching the whole video. It really does help. Believe me, I have to rack up those hours. But thank you. I am sending you so much love and so much light. Until I see you next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. My group 3. Sorry, I was going to give you the intro. I slowed down for a bit. I'm going to be honest. So this is actually, I have to tell you, this has been a really fun reading. And if you didn't hear the beginning, this is in collaboration with Monique. So she's a wealth of knowledge in terms of astrology, tarot. She is, and even like a crystal, you can ask her any sort of question, she will know. She knows a lot. Like I'm like always in awe of that. So check out her reading, take what resonates from mine, take what resonates from hers, and then just kind of go with it. Like this is like important stuff here. So I wanted to say what this energy that's coming for this solar eclipse. And so she says I think it's between 2 to 3 months before and 2 to 3 months after that you're feeling this energy. And it could be 6 months instead. I'm like, my memory is like but the important thing is that you're already feeling this energy, right? And then once it happens, you're still going to be vibrating. Like that energy is still going to be there. So this is important because I feel like you are, like we have resilience and we have discernment. So I feel like a part of you has been, well, congratulations on being very resilient, but you've been taking on stuff that is not yours, my friend. And I really mean that. Like your back is all like you're carrying, I almost feel like you're carrying the world in your back. And so maybe you are taking on all that's happening in the world, or what's happening into your family, or that's happening to your friends, and you're putting it on your energy and you're carrying it. And so this solar eclipse is actually going to wipe that out away, because this is not yours to carry. And that's the important thing. I want you to hear me on this. You do not have to carry things that are not yours. If it's not yours, if it's not your energy, if it's not any of those things, you don't have to carry it, right? And so that's important because you're actually seeing, like, you're confused. You're like, oh, I have to do everything. Nope, not yours. If it's not yours, don't take it. Not your energy, not your worries, not like, I'm not saying not to, like, you know, if you want to have empathy and everything, that's fine. Could be empathy. But basically something's weighing you down that you don't have to have. Like that's what I'm seeing here for you. So it's really about discerning that, right? Looking at things, I would say, like, you have, I feel like that's the sun here. And that's really the clarity, listening to your heart. So if your heart is saying, hey, you know, this isn't really, like, those aren't really my feelings, right? This isn't my, like, outrage or something like that, then you're like, okay, I don't have to take this. This is not mine to take. It is not mine to have to, like, deal with all of this. So that's what I'm going to say to you right there. I'm also, yeah, look at that. I also, with this discernment, yeah, and this intuition, I'm gonna say to you, really like listen to your intuition and your what I'm seeing here is like there's a lot of psychic ability here, and so this might just be like with the solar eclipse, it just might, you might have a spike in it, right, where you're like, oh my goodness, where is this? Maybe you are also an empath, which I feel like you are because of what it is. Congratulations for that, but you don't have to take everybody else's energy as your own. And so you can carry your own stuff, don't have to carry anybody else's, right? So yeah, we're having a breakthrough here with this intuition. So I feel like if you haven't been like oh, I have no intuition, no, you're gonna peak here a little bit with this time. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so intuition is guiding you. There's a breakthrough. I feel like the breakthrough is like you are no longer carrying whatever that load is. Like you're just like, oh wait, I don't have to carry this. I don't have to like be all like I really feel for me that it's not even like it's like emotional stuff. Like that's how I feel it. Like you have all this emotional stuff. Like it could be somebody else's anger. It could be like somebody got like offended by somebody else and then they told you and then you took that out as your own, but you never experienced it. You're actually listening to somebody else's perspective. They might be wrong. And so you're taking on stuff that you can't really like that shouldn't, like, that isn't really yours to begin with. So you're breaking through, you're actually getting rid of that and you're seeing the light. I think for me it's sort of like your heart is finally like, hey, you know what, why am I angry at, like, it could like it just feels like maybe you're angry at somebody who hasn't done anything wrong to you, but it might have done something to your friend. But you know, like, everybody sees things differently. It's almost like, that's why I'm like, really focus on the things that you experience. Right, listen to your own intuition. And I think with discernment is also listening to others. Like, we are so fast to react emotionally to anything we hear, right? But we don't actually know if that's a fact or not, right? Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying here. It's almost like listen to spirit, really listen to your own intuition, really listen to yourself rather than the external noise. Like, I feel like there's a lot of static coming through. And I feel like there is a sense of adjusting. There's a sense of freeing. Look how the difference between this. There's a sense of carrying all this, I really feel like, gunky emotions and feelings and all anger and regrets of somebody else and all this other stuff. And then look at how you are. Like, there's this sense of like free, of being able to move finally, of not having all this emotional burden on you, because it wasn't yours to begin with. You just took it on, brave, probably because you're an empath, and I totally get it. Clear that energy, my friend. You got to clear that, because that's the thing. This is going to, like, well, it's whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. I feel like, to me, that's totally like a tower, but a very positive tower moment. Like I said, this is what it feels like. And so, oh, that's been weighing you down, you just kind of like let it go. And then really listen to me. For me, that's like angel spirits. Really listen to that. And I really want to say that that energy here is, it's the one that's telling you like, hey, things are going to be okay. Like, everything's going to be okay. Like you get bombarded with negativity and with a whole bunch of stuff. Like I really, if like, one thing that I will highly always recommend is like, stop watching or listening to the news. You'll hear what you need to hear, but it's because you're bombarded with negativity. Like, if you turn it off, you turn off and don't like watch news. I know that you're like, oh my goodness, but how will you know? Like, people will tell you what's happening in the world, but you know, like, it won't affect you. Like, it'll give you a time for you, like, hey, is this really true? What's really happening here? It's to me, it feels like you're constantly and that's the energy you're carrying. You're carrying all this negativity, right? Because that's what you're being bombarded with. And so, take a step back. We have this breakthrough. We don't need that. You're not meant for that. Like, there's a sense of adjustment. There's a sense of freedom for you that needs to kind of come through here. Hangman, look at that. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, there's a sense here of well-being. Like, look, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Those are things that you're missing out on. I feel like the Hangman for me is sort of like you're not seeing all this happiness, all this joy, all this beauty that's around you, right? Because like I feel like you're taking on all this other stuff, and you also have this ability, and that's what I'm kind of seeing here for you. You have this quality of being a leader. You have a quality to bring light and happiness and joy, and that's sort of what you're here for. It's not for you to carry all the gunk. You're not an empath to carry all the gunk. You're not an empath. You're not like, you know, you have intuition and possibly psychic abilities. It's not for you to carry the gunk. It's not for you to like deal with this like negativity. It's actually for you to be a leader and create and really thrive. I have to say, like, there's a sense of thriving. There's a sense of also like kind of wanting, maybe for some of you, just a break at this, you might actually be connecting to people from the past. It'll surprise you, and you will see them in a different thing, in a different light. So because maybe you have some bad and like something, I feel like a misunderstanding of some kind you've been carrying there. You're finally going to clear that up for you. And there's also a sense of what the Nine of Wands is. It's like you are not here where everybody else is, where again, like this negativity, you're going to rise above it. You're meant to lead people into something more, into not like focusing on, oh my goodness, like yeah, you're meant to bring light and happiness and joy into the world. Are you bringing light and joy into the world? Or are you being dragged down by the negativity surrounding you? And that's just being spewed everywhere. Like I have, like, honest to goodness. Let's see. And so what I'm seeing here is that, yeah, you can have this happiness. You can have this like joy, well-being. And you're going to see it. You're going to be like, hey, wait, I've been missing out on all these things. And like things are going to clear up for you, because right now you're carrying your perspective is from I really think from external like influences, if you will. Like yeah, okay. So let's see what other things are don't you see coming. Angel, yeah, look at that blessing. So expect good news, especially in love. You see that? And I do keep saying it's sort of like, and angels are important for you. So divine intervention. So minor but unfortunate events that bring about positive change. So that breakthrough that you're having is positive change coming through, right? That tower moment, and it really is like it's a positive thing. So portal. So indicates visitor from the other side who brings good news and insights, new insights. And so that might be something that you're also, like I said, like your psychic abilities and your intuition are going to be heightened during this time. So you might actually have visitors from past loved ones. We have movement. So yeah, a friend will pay a visit. We also have that as well. Could be. Wow. I'm like, yep, and seduction, here we have. So many admirers will come your way. Why? Because you are light. Like that is something that, you know, like, especially if you can actually see things like and bring joy to the world, oh, you're going to attract so many people. So spider, creativity, again, that's sort of like, that's your goal here, like creative leadership, joyous leadership. So spider, creativity, you will receive gifts and compensation for a job well done, my friends. Oh, I love it. And help. So assistance from others will bring you joy, and you might assist others as well. So poof, group 3, come on. This is beautiful, my friends. I like this a lot for you. So here we go. And this is the advice we have. So wounds. We become teachers of what we learn. Allow yourself to process your pain at this time. All is moving into a greater sense of understanding at this time. So maybe you're carrying these wounds, you've been carrying them. Now it's the time to learn, like let them go, because we need to release them. And you are meant to be a teacher, right? This is what you are meant to be. So this is an important calling here. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing or just watching the whole video. It really does help. Those hours do rack up. And also, if you can, please go check out Monique's reading as well. So, because it's a collaboration, take what resonates from mine, take what resonates from her, and then you have yourself this amazing like reading. And she's just so knowledgeable. So please, please do go check it out and consider subscribing to her channel as well. She's amazing. So thank you so much. I feel very honored that I was able to read your cards. I'm feeling the energy shift for you, my friends, and I just like, wow, you're just, I love it because I can see the light in you, and it's finally like, it's been buried under gunk, and so now we've got to release it, and boom, you're going to be more who you're meant to be. So thank you so much for being here. I am sending you so much love, and until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends.